Hard fought game, hard fought win. Didn't play very well offensively throughout the day. Give Oklahoma State credit. They stuck with the defense that they'd been playing maybe 30% of the time. They'd been a 70% 4-down team, a 30% 3-down team, and they stuck with their 3-down. Gave us some fits, I thought, and we didn't play very well at all on offense, but we found a way. I told the guys in the locker room, guys, I've been here 19, 21, and 23 and lost games here. This is a hard place to play, so we're going to enjoy this win. I'm not apologizing for winning in Stillwater because it's dang hard to win here. On the flip side, that was a dominant defensive performance, and the biggest reason it was dominant is we gave up some plays. We didn't play great between the 20 and about the plus 30. We got to that high red zone and then low red zone, and our guys showed up, and our guys made play after play after play, and strip sacks by Ryan and Cody, trick play interception by DC, get a hand on another play and we pick it off with Zayshawn. I mean, needed every one of those plays, and we found a way to get a win. And the last drive or second to last drive, we went for it twice on 4th down. A field goal in my mind was not going to do it. We were not going to try to win that game 10-6. We needed to get up 14-6 and make them score, because I thought they were going to have a hard time getting in the end zone. I knew they could kick field goals. I thought they'd have a hard time getting in the end zone on us.
What did they do that gave the offensive line some problems?
Beat us off the football probably, Fitz. It was a poor game up front. We'll go back and look at the film. And I know they did some stunts and stuff, so let's give those guys some credit. They blitzed their linebackers an awful lot, but we got beat at the line of scrimmage, bottom line.
Thoughts on Dez taking over in the middle?
Yeah, I'll have to look at it. I was pleased with Dez. He made some plays. I was pleased with Asa to come in and get a lot of snaps. I thought he did some quality things. As we lost Quay Moss in the first half, and it's 80 degrees, and Daniel Cobb's got to play every play for the most part. We stuck Knigel in there a few times to give him a blow. I thought Cobb's played really well. But, we had to rotate a lot of guys. I didn't realize how warm it really was, and as that game got on, the first half was bad for us because we had 38 plays to defend on defense, and it was a struggle.
Coach, Jason Sling in the second half.
Yeah, I don't think it's very good, Kellis. I don't know the exact injury, but they said he's out and most likely done for the year. But I don't know the exact injury, but it didn't look good.
Just a slow start offensively there. Any lack of focus coming into this one?
I worried about it for sure. We talked about it, we hammered about it, and you get up at 6 in the morning, and we told them on Monday, we're getting up at 6 in the morning, guys, and we're gonna have pregame, and we're gonna have a walkthrough, and then we're getting on a bus for an hour and 15 minutes, and then we're gonna go out and get active warm up. But there are no excuses, and they knew what the routine was, and I was disappointed because I didn't think that we played to our capabilities on offense, especially having the ability to rush the football. You take Jace out of that mix then, because we did get some explosive plays in that first half because of Jace. Took him out of the mix, and then we were going to be methodical, trying to move the football, and it's a dangerous way to play because you got to be almost perfect. And when we didn't have him, that's why we went for it a little bit more on 4th down, and I thought Oak had a big time catch on 4th down. I thought Joe's run was really good. We found a way when we didn't play our best offensively to get a win. And once again, I'm so ecstatic that we were able to get this win.
The choice to kick the extra point on the second touchdown to go up 9 instead of 8 to put the game out of a 1-score reach, was that just?
Wait a minute.
You would have been 15-6 if you went for 2.
Oh, no, I wasn't going to do that because I didn't want to not go for 2 and then have them go down and score and go for 2 and we lose 14-13. And then you guys would have been saying, why didn't you kick the extra point? I know how Fitz operates. That's exactly what he would have said. And I wasn't going to have that. So I thought about you guys, honestly. And I said, let's kick the PAT and let's go up 14-6 and make them score and get the 2-point conversion and hope I didn't have to answer that question, but I did. 3 yards was hard for us to get, Fitz, and I wanted to kick the PAT. That was a big time point there for us.
What do you think you you guys did best on defense to force 5 turnovers. How does that happen?
Just, I just think we didn't panic, Kellis. We didn't play great, I didn't think, defensively. They had some good plays. Thought the running back did some good things, the wideouts did. But, okay, we give up a 12-yard gain, we give up a 15-yard gain, and nobody would panic, and we'd get settled back in. And I really feel like our guys felt like if we make these guys drive it 80 yards in 10 plays, they'll make a mistake, and they did. And so I think the best thing is nobody panicked. And I thought Joe did a really good job of not just saying we got to bring everybody and blitz them all the time, because we were getting home with our front four, and I thought we were playing pretty good zone coverage.
Is there any 1 or 2 things that you know you'll be stressing with the offense before next week?
Well, one, we got to get healthy. We got to figure out who's going to play in the slot, with Sterling. We got to figure some things out, but it ain't going to get any easier up front. I promise you that when we go out to Salt Lake City. So, but you know what? I don't have to worry about that one until at least tomorrow morning. I can go home and relax for a couple hours. But we've got to play better for sure offensively to have an opportunity to be successful next week, and we got to keep building off of what we did defensively. And I hope it's not going to be 80 degrees in Salt Lake, but I'm pretty sure it won't be.
Looks like 40.
Well, I'm telling you when it was hot today.
With as much as you guys like to use the tight ends, it seems like it pretty consistently throughout the year there have been 1 or 2 drops per game in that group.
It's frustrating, the one to start the second half was huge because we get a nice run and then we drop a pass and we would have gotten to midfields, and then it's 3rd down, and then they pressure us and we throw the interception. I mean, those are critical plays that I know frustrate our tight ends. They frustrate Wellesley. But if you're going to win tight ball games, you got to make those plays. Now, on the flip side, we've found ways to lose this game this year, whether it's Army, whether it's Baylor. Maybe there's a little karma today, and we were able to play not our best football and find a way to get a win. And that's where, you get to mid-November, and Nate Katzer, who's been in the NFL forever, he goes, try playing in 17 of these things every year, where it's down to the last possession all the time, and you're fighting your tail off for a win. So once again, we're not pleased with the way we played offensively. We're pleased with the win, and we got to go back to work on Monday and get ready to play at Salt Lake.
Is it tough to find a way to generate energy when it's kind of as dead as it was at times? And
I don't know. I thought there was actually pretty good energy on the sideline. There was nowhere to move on the sideline. I mean, you're just running into people all the time, and that's the advantage of them playing here. And I thought the crowd kind of got into it. I thought they were a factor, but we said we had to create some of our own energy, but I thought their crowd came and did some good things. When you get them to turn the ball over as much as they did, man, that's demoralizing. And they're driving, and all of a sudden we make a big pick and we get a strip sack, and those things really wear on you because you're moving the football and not scoring. And we capitalized on a phenomenal effort by the defense, Coach Klieman and his staff. That was big time effort in a critical situation.
With the injuries that are starting to pile up and some of the inefficiencies elsewhere throughout the season, is there any worry that the last 2 games and what happened today, that's going to be the norm for the offense and it's going to be a grind?
I don't know. We don't have many players left because we lost them all in April. So we don't have many players left. So we got to figure it out. And that's the hand we're dealt. And we got to do with whatever we have. And whether we're going to play in 13 personnel and play with 3 tight ends, I don't know. I thought Adonis Moise came in and made a big time play today, and he's been hurt. So maybe we can get him back, and that'll help us a little bit. But guys, we're patching it together right now, and somehow we patch it together to get to 5-5, and what are we in the league? 4-3. It's not where everybody wants to be and not where we want to be. But guys, we all know in this room, and we all know in our staff room, this was a huge win for us to get. This was a must-win for us as a staff. We knew that, and I know that we don't tell our kids that and players that, but it was a must-win for us as a staff.
The touchdown run from Joe, given how hard it was to get explosives and scoring plays today, just how satisfying was it to punch that one?
Yeah, it was good for Joe. He's had some up and down stuff, playing and missing some holes at times. Thought he ran really hard, especially when there wasn't a lot of creases today. And I thought he made some of his own creases today. I thought he carried us for a while offensively when there wasn't a lot there, and he'd find a way to get 5 or 6, and then he popped through that. Joe deserved that big time game he had today.
Anything else?
Thank you.